"Congratulations, all of you," Chelsea shouted to the group. As Claire watched the guild workers maneuver the body onto a cart, she wondered why they hadn't thought about bringing something like that. Note to self: look into getting a cart to carry the heavy monsters. Claire sighed, happy to know that the work was finally over. Might as well get used to it, considering this is likely what life is going to be like for a while. Thinking about what life was going to be like for the coming years, Claire felt as though everyone was thrust into the workforce. It was as though schools had been eliminated. Shaking her head, she walked over to where Chelsea and others were standing. "Next time, we might want to consider the level requirement," Heather said to the group. Her face was drained as though she had pulled several days of work. "And now that we have the guild points, how about we invest in a cart? I don't want to end up pulling such a thing again." Everyone nodded at Heather's comment, not looking forward to dragging such a large creature again. "That's probably a good idea," Chelsea agreed. "How about we check the store to see if they sell any carts?" Focusing her attention on Claire and Hannah, "What are the two of you planning on doing after this?" Claire looked to her friend. "I think we should get things ready for us to make equipment. Though we didn't get any of the raw material of the armored bear, the guild points we did get should be enough to purchase material for us to use." "I still can't believe we were able to get 1,000 guild points." Hannah's eyes were wide, just thinking about how much they'd receive. "It only means they're getting paid far more, depending on how large their margins are," Emily thought out loud. Celine nodded. "It would only make sense if that's the case. These types of jobs are valuable since we'll get a better sense of the value of raw materials." Turning to Claire and Hannah, "For the two of you, such information will be crucial, considering how it'll dictate what equipment you create and offer to the auction house." After they had talked some more, the two groups decided to meet up at another time to take part in a job. It was determined that jobs inside the simulation were equally as beneficial to the soldiers. This was especially the case when it came to correctly measure the difficulty of taking down a monster. As the two left the portal into the guild in the real world, Claire and Hannah made their way to the area designated for crafting equipment. "I feel like this place is far larger than it appears," Hannah mentioned to Claire as they made their way to the manufacturing area. "I suspect that it is, which explains how the guild can provide so many services to adventurers," Claire agreed. As they walked on the first floor to the manufacturing area of the guild, they noticed fewer adventurers walking in the hallways. On the walls, there were screens revealing people working on equipment, hammering at raw material to be made into equipment. Stopping by one of the screens, the two girls couldn't help but watch the video. As you can see, the scales of the fire lizard are resistant to heat. It's why you'll need to increase the temperature to a higher level. The man hammering at the scales stopped and used a clamp to grab the material. Shoving it into a bed of coals, he proceeded to step on a pump on the ground, which caused the sound of air to be heard. With the added air, the coals began to brighten. With the resistance to heat, you'll need to purchase grade 2 coals in addition to the grade 3 canisters. The higher grade canister helps to infuse the material with the energy. While listening to the man, Claire understood that the video provides some type of tutorial for free and shown in this area. Looking away from the man talking about the process, she saw that there were other screens that showed different videos. "I guess we're in the right place," Claire thought to herself, getting a better idea of the amount of work needed to learn how to make equipment.